Uh-oh.
Once upon a time, not that long ago, Dragapult EX and Iron Thorns were sitting comfortably at the top of standard, feet up, drinks in hand, and living their best lives. Fast forward to now, and yeah, they've slipped, slid, and absolutely face-planted straight out of the meta. Power Creep said, "That's cute," and moved on. But today, we're committing competitive necromancy. We're dragging these two back out of the grave, dusting them off, and seeing if they still have hands. The game plan depends on the matchup. Either Iron Thorns EX becomes an immovable wall, slowing the game to a crawl, or we stall long enough to get Dragapult EX online and let it clean up. Iron Thorns EX shuts down most ability-based strategies, which basically tells your opponent, no thoughts, empty head, pass turn. That buys you enough time to transition into Dragapult EX and actually end the game instead of just being annoying, which trust me, is important. This is a Precious Trolley build, so the dream sequence is Arven, Trolley, TM Evolution, and actual Pokemon in play. If this goes smoothly, congratulations, you're playing Pokemon. If not, well, we'll talk about that trauma later. And Iron Thorns Wall is also great into two of the most popular decks right now, Gardevoir and Gholdengo, because you block off their main source of consistency and force them to actually draw cards like it's 2005. Arven is the bread and butter of this deck? Actually, no, Arven is the entire sandwich. Without him, this deck is just vibes and sadness. We run 4 Pokégear because Arven is the difference between, wow, this deck is sick, and why did I bring this to locals? Arven grabs Precious Trolley and TM Evolution, letting us set up Iron Thorns, a 3-4 Dreepy, and either a Munkidori, Psyduck, or Toedscruel depending on the matchup. Ideally, Iron Thorns is in the active spot, we attach an energy, slam TM Evolution, and boom, 2 Drakloaks online, which means we can finally draw cards like a real deck. We also run a 1-1 Toedscruel, whose entire job is to be extra annoying to Gholdengo and Gardevoir. Slime Mold Colony shuts off Night Stretcher and Superior Energy Retrieval, meaning your opponent can't just discard their whole deck and say, "I'll fix it later." One Psyduck and Munkidori are here specifically to slow down and counter Pultnoir, because sometimes you don't want to win fast, you want to win petty. Crispin is our main energy acceleration. Iron Thorns let us move energy onto our Drakloaks or Munkidoris, which feels illegal but is absolutely not. We run 1 Turo to pick up damaged Pokemon or remove liabilities, also known as, this Pokemon is about to get bossed and I don't like that. If there were more space, I'd like to add more boss's orders, because early pressure matters. Unfortunately, deck space is a myth and sacrifices must be made. This deck falls off late game. Once your opponent is fully set up, ability lock becomes a suggestion rather than a rule. It also struggles against high HP Pokemon because multiple hits are required and the math is hard. And the biggest weakness? This deck lives and dies by Precious Trolley. If it's prized or you don't open Arven, you're not playing Pokemon. You're just watching your opponent play Pokemon at you. Item lock decks? Yeah, they can actually stop you from setting up and ruining your day. So Charizard, your goal is simple. 2 or 3 Iron Thorns, and bench nothing you don't absolutely need. Iron Thorns shuts off Pidgeot Search and Charizard's Energy Acceleration, which makes the deck feel significantly less scary. You want to hunt down Charmander, Charmeleon with no energy, and if they get a Charizard out, things go from manageable to oh no. Since you don't have Drakloak draws, you'll be top decking energies or Crispin and praying you hit. As for Gardevoir, it's a very similar plan to Charizard. Iron Thorns shuts off Gardevoir's energy attachments and damage scaling, which is huge. They can item lock you with Frillish, but as long as you have energy on board, it's manageable. Watch out for Munkidoris, they fling damage, confuse you, and generally exist to waste your time. And the Jellicent build barely runs boss or counter catcher, so you can bench Drakloaks for consistency, but if you don't have it, don't be greedy. As for Gholdengo, this matchup is where Iron Thorns feels amazing. No Gholdengo draws, no Genesect Search, bench Toedscruel, shut off Superior Energy Retrieval, and suddenly they can't chain attacks. The problem? They've been teching Mega Lopunny, which can one-shot Iron Thorns, and yeah, that's not ideal. They also run a lot of bosses, so overbenching is a liability. Save your boss's orders for the bunny, find it, remove it, and do not let it evolve. Once it's gone, Gholdengo has very limited recovery and matchup becomes much more manageable. Mega Absol. This is one of your worst matchups. Absol plus Munkidori can take down Iron Thorns, disrupt your hand, and ruin your mood. You'll need Drakloak draws and Dragapult as your main attackers. No shortcuts here, just suffering and good sequencing. Ooh, don't run into Crustle, I'm gonna be honest. You can win this matchup, but you probably shouldn't. It's slow, brutal, and still favors them. Target their Munkidoris, and use your Munkidoris to fling enough damage, and mentally prepare for a long game you may still lose. Sometimes the correct play is forfeiting and preserving your sanity. And that's it for Dragapult EX and Iron Thorns EX deck. If you enjoy more content like this, then like, subscribe, and comment your suggestions down below. And thanks for watching.